leave you frail. Hard way wrestling, coming at you raw. Bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred. Talking smack, getting you hyped up hard. Calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling, taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling, coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
See that? I mean,
Welcome to Hard Way, everybody. Was that loud? Sorry, was it loud? Too loud? Too loud?
Nowhere near as loud as Jason does it.
Woo! Did everybody enjoy Smackdown on Friday?
I watched it. I don't know how much I enjoyed it, but yes. So
I'm getting toilet paper in another window that we can't see right now. Lots of toilet paper.
It's the John Cena window.
yeah.
It is. Smackdown has become 3 hours of hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the Smackdown review paperwork that I have in front of me, and it is like 10 pages, which is ridiculous.
Like,
Why?
and I bet you.
Yeah, no, I took this from somebody else. It is spelled right, and there's punctuation and paragraphs and the whole nine. So we're good to go.
I bet you anything though, going like WWE's actual format is probably even double the size of what you have there, Frosty. Like, you know, as much as they put in, like, and they key it down to like every second, so it's like I'm sure they've got double the pages of format that you do.
I'm sure the run sheet in the back is like a whole wall.
Yeah.
I forgot we were at SmackDown. We went from a column to a whole wall.
Yeah.
So, well, speaking of SmackDown, let's go ahead and get into it. Joe kicks things off. Jada seen backstage on the phone. Liv and Raquel walk down some steps. The Bloodline arrives. They're followed by CM Punk. The crowd start chanting, of course, because they're in baloney. By the way, I'm calling it baloney all day. Okay. They start chanting for Punk, of course, because they're in another country and they get wild over there, right?
Yep.
So we start out with Randy Orton. What's up?
Soccer hooligans.
Yeah, soccer hooligans. We go into Randy Orton coming to the ring. His music hits. And, of course, once again, we're singing all of Randy Orton's theme song, right?
I love it. I, honest to God, love this. And we'll get into the end of the night as well. But, like, singing his theme song all the way down the ring, you can see him, like, it's funny. There was a couple points as he's walking. He's trying to keep the game face and stuff like that.
So he's eating it up.
He's eating it up. Like, you can see the ghost of a smile on his face as he's walking down the ring. He's just and I'm sure he's been in so many buildings and so many entrances and stuff like that. Like, as I've said before in previous reviews, there's nothing like being over there in that crowd with that atmosphere, because they just eat up everything WWE does, and they are so loud. Like, so I'm sure, like, I know he was enjoying that.
So when people sing your theme song, you've made it at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You've arrived.
Yeah.
So I guess after how many years he's arrived.
So get the people at the Big Bird to start singing the Hard Way theme song when I walk into work.
Right. There you go. As he grabs for Mike, of course, the crowd keeps singing loudly his theme, and then before he gets a word out, Kevin Owens' music hits. He comes down to the aisleway. He really doesn't step anywhere close, because he's gonna catch a RKO.
Was it me, or was that a long aisle?
Yeah, that was. I don't know what the heck, because that was like almost like Royal Rumble style ramp, like a ramp way to get out of there. Like, holy cow, that's taking forever.
Somebody better call the Ultimate Warrior.
I was waiting for little Nate to come sprinting down there.
Oh my God.
Guy's in great shape, by the way.
Freaking track star.
So he tells him, he says Cody deserved everything he got, and so did Sami Zayn. He said Owen said what really set him off was Orton choosing Cody over him. He told him, he said, when Orton stopped him from punting Carmelo Hayes, he wasn't trying to start a fight. He was trying to protect him from himself. He didn't want him to kind of go back into that, Randy Orton phase where he was kicking everybody in the head, knocking them out. He thinks he's a better person than that. And then he rolled into, which was mind-blowing, by the way, that he thinks that they should team up to get the tag team championships for WrestleMania. Like, where was he at on that?
Yeah.
That was completely left field.
Yeah.
He was either smoking pot with T-Bone or he was in Tony Khan's magical dust bag.
Yeah. Orton says his offer is interesting because normally, you don't hear Kevin Owens apologize, which he did.
Yeah.
And he told him he could take that apology and shove it up his ass. He says that Owens used to be fight Owens fight. Now he's just bitch Owens bitch.
Bitch.
That's all he does. Bitch, 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 bitch.
I did like that line. I was laughing on that one.
He said he's glad Owens dropped him on his head because it woke something up. The voices are back. And at WrestleMania in Vegas, he's going to kick Owens' head clean off his shoulders.
Excellent promo by Orton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the one thing, and we'll get into the end of the night later, but the one thing, like Orton's promo, perfect. Concise, to the point, just typical Randy Orton. KO and some of the other promos that happened, I don't know, like it just something felt a little lackluster on that SmackDown for some reason.
This is the second week in a row they've started off on the Randy Orton promo, correct? Didn't they start off SmackDown last week with Orton? Or am I wrong on that?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. It's been a week since the last one. I don't even remember what happened on the last one.
That was another long 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Last week's. So then we get a recap of what went down last week between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. And then we roll into Damian Priest and Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre and Shinsuke Nakamura. Priest comes up the aisle, trading punches with Drew. Priest tosses Drew in the ring, finally to officially start the match. There's my... No, I don't know. That's page 1. They had some back, there's some back and forth stuff, some punches, chops, all that good stuff. Drew crashing into the announce table as Jimmy tries to recover. Nakamura knocks him off the apron with a running knee. Priest takes advantage and hits him with South of Heaven on Nakamura for the 3 count. Your winners, Jimmy Uso and Damian Priest. How many people actually watch this match? All the way through.
Not me.
Not me. I watched part of it.
Yeah. Like
very long.
I as I said when we were off air, to watch this, I actually Frosty sent me a link, and I started like the link has an ability to go at double speed, so I put it at 2 times speed and kind of watched the match on fast forward. Okay, match for what it was. It was Jimmy had I forget what it was. Jimmy had an air spot that looked like he semi botched it. That was kind of fun because I was watching. I was like, wait a minute, let's see if he botches stuff like his brother does. And then like again, it was just it was not really to me. The 2 people I don't care about in this match are Nakamura and Jimmy Uso. Like I could care less about them.
They've been kind of shoved to the background here lately.
Yeah. I am I'm starting to get a little bit more into this idea of Priest and Drew again, because even though we've seen it several times, there's like Drew seems to have this ability to like whatever he does, even if it's been done before, he makes you interested in what he's doing. And yes, it is a little tired, it is a little repetitive, but he still brings you back into it. Like, okay, he's kicking Drew's head off his shoulders again. Yeah, I could go to see a 3rd or 4th or 5th or whatever, how many matches it's been now. I can see another match between these 2, so I'm interested.
I
So
honestly think
afterwards,
Drew should be in a better program than with just Priest right now, but unfortunately,
I
they
don't disagree. I think he should be in a better program, but the fact that they're putting him in this program, you know, I'm finding the interest in it mostly because of Drew. So
yeah,
well,
exactly.
who do you think should win this match at Mania
Drew?
if it's a setup? Drew?
Well, Drew maybe, but I mean the way he's getting a lot of the offense in the in the weeks leading up to it, like I mean, kicking Drew's head off his or kicking Priest's head off his shoulders last week, and then the beatdown this week after the match, kind of says to me it's going to be Priest that takes this one. But again, we'll see. We still got 4 weeks leading up to Mania, so who knows what's going to happen.
Speaking of the aftermatch, Drew snaps and attacks Priest from behind, slams Priest's head into the mat and unleashes a fury of punches, refusing to let up. Drew blasts Priest with a claymore against the ropes, and the crowd joins in, counting down in Italian before the kick lands, and just kind of leaves him in a heat.
Yep. I mean, and again, I hate to say it because Priest was one of the guys I had high hopes for, but I really even as a heel, Drew is over. Like Drew is massively over right now, no matter where they go. So
it seems like he's hit a ceiling, though. I mean, he was champion during COVID, which kind of sucks, and it seems like every time he starts making his way up that ladder, they put a ceiling.
Yeah,
last year cashing in at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that could have been big, but then where did it go? Nowhere.
That's why I think Drew's going to get this one back because Priest has beat him every other time.
Yeah. So we go backstage. Braun Strowman's getting ready when LA Knight walks down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He tells him, he's going to be watching out for him because he knows it's a numbers game with Jacob Fatu. And he stops LA just right before he walks away and says, he'd like to have a shot at that title to have his way into WrestleMania, which is funny because everybody here lately has been talking about not being on WrestleMania, but getting their way into WrestleMania, like cashing their ticket to WrestleMania, right? You've had people who have titles, people who don't have titles, challenging people who do have titles just so they can get into WrestleMania instead of going, well, why don't we have a match at WrestleMania? Does that sound kind of weird as to how they're wording that here lately?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, hey, why don't we wrestle at WrestleMania for your title?
They could just do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal like they used to. Just hit the rest of the catering table and start the night off with that. That's right up Braun Strowman's alley.
Then that's when he says about Nick Aldis announced the winner was going to earn a title shot against LA Knight, and that's his path to WrestleMania. Again, like I say, you're using getting titles beforehand to get to WrestleMania, which is really weird. I don't think we've seen that dynamic before.
No, it's interesting though. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's an interesting way to do it, I guess. So
I think it's just because there's too much TV time in between pay-per-views. There's
what
did we say? It was like a 2-month build-up between Chamber and all the way to Mania now. Because they normally have some crapshoot pay-per-view like Fastlane or something would be mixed in between just to fill the gap.
Nice little throwaway pay-per-view that really doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Wonder why they're not doing that this year.
Maybe they're starting to actually lose money on these PLEs. Maybe that's what it is.
Could be. Would it be interesting if we went back to only the top the 5 a year? WrestleMania, Royal Rumble.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and then we can have the little this will show my age, the little break in between where you used to have the intermission on the big floor. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah,
we can get back to that too.
Yep.
SummerSlam will be back in So every many minutes, even though you paid $50 for this.
Yeah.
So then we get a recap of last week's confrontation between Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. They showed both Tiffany and Charlotte on the split screen, I believe, before they go to commercial. They come back from commercial and we're greeted with Tiffany Stratton and the Toxic Avenger on split screen. All right, listen. So before I get into this, I watched this. I sat down and watched all of this, okay? All of it. And I don't know what's going on with Charlotte's lips, but the one side is rounded and the other side is pointed. And I couldn't look away. I couldn't look away.
I'm gonna have to
As
go
she's
back
talking,
and watch
she's
that
like
again.
going full Joker. Just
Why?
she's looking at
so
Tiffany going,
serious?
"You want to know how I got these scars? All this work I had done. That's how."
It's like Two-Face.
Oh
yeah,
God, yeah.
Two-Face.
God.
The John Cena
That's
windows.
So, yeah, pretty much Tiffany's trying to say what she's going to do and all this good stuff. And Charlotte keeps cutting her off because nobody can stand Charlotte. So, listen, anything, just if she beats Tiffany, if she beats Tiffany at Mania, I'm going to go off the hinges.
Yeah.
Well, get ready to go off the hinges. Get your chair ready.
I don't need another Monet. Okay, I don't need that. That's you don't bet against Monet. You don't bet against Charlotte Flair. Apparently,
You don't bet against Sting.
Yeah, you don't bet against Sting.
She'll be standing there holding that title up, and her lip starts sagging.
Yeah, everything from the lights, everything would just start melting down the one side.
Her lip will start sagging like the back of her fucking gear.
Now, hold on a sec. Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on.
I did, Andre.
Hold on a sec, guys. Hold on a sec. I got a question.
Andrade.
Is Bell's palsy communicable? Can she get Bell's palsy? She might be hanging around JR.
Yes. Is it airborne disease now? Should I worry? Wow. All right. So after that nice little meeting between those two, we go into Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman in the number one contender match. The ending of this match, Braun grabs Tama Tonga. Yeah, listen, these matches are way too long. This is ridiculous. Braun grabs Tama Tonga and drags him into the ring, going for a power slam, but Solo Sikoa interferes. Braun.
What you call him last week? A pygmy?
Who's that?
Tama Tonga.
Oh, yeah. That was the pygmy from Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
He was the guy in the backpack that comes out and throws the spears.
Yeah.
Because he does that. The pygmy. So Braun Strowman wins by disqualification on a technicality. Because we always like the technicality, right? After the bell, Tama stomps on Braun while Fatu yells at Solo for costing him the match. Braun gets back up, shoves Solo, and throws Tama in the corner. Fatu counters with a back elbow. Here comes LA Knight. Yeah. He heads to the ring. He stops Tama in the aisle. Throws punches at both Fatu and Solo. Tama hits Knight from behind. Fatu misses a shoulder charge. Braun takes out Solo and Tama. Then levels Fatu with a forearm. LA Knight follows up the clothesline. Fatu over the top rope. And that's how we end that little scuffle.
And here, I'm guessing what they're going to lead to is Solo versus Fatu at Mania, because they're going to, they're going to have
the shits of Solo right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you're going to see a three-way dance for the U.S. title. Because we like three ways.
Wouldn't it be a four-way? Because I'm assuming they're going to,
they put Solo in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
they could put Solo into that pretty easy. I mean, they already got the dissension among the ranks.
yeah. So I don't want it to be a 4-way, but I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Like I think it would be better Solo versus Fatu first, and then Braun versus well, I'm not really a fan of Braun Strowman versus LA Knight, but
we'll get the promo. I don't love you, Solo.
that'd be great.
I loathe you, Solo. Oh man. So then we go backstage with Kathy Kelly, and she's with Liv Morgan and Rochelle Rodriguez. Kathy asked about what happened last week, and they still seem to have an issue with Jade. Maybe because she's still blaming Liv, even though she beat up Naomi, who's the one that says, I did it. I did it for The Rock. I did it for my husband. I did it for the people.
I did it for Bianca.
I did it for Bianca. I did it for the EST. So then we cut to they went to commercial. They come back. Jacob Fatu is tearing up the backstage. Solo tries to calm him down. He says it looked like, and Fatu cuts him right off. He said, "What did it look like?" Solo says he was trying to help. Fatu fires back, demanding to know how he was trying to help, and he makes it very clear that he does not want their help.
Yep.
I don't think Jacob needs their help. They could probably take Jacob out of that whole situation at this point. I think he's ready I think he's ready for the big time.
Yeah, I agree.
His cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the backstage freaking out. So then we go into Piper Nimmons with Chelsea Green and Alba Fire versus Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
A lot went on here. We're going to go to the finish because it was a fairly long match. Vega hits the satellite DDT, knocks Chelsea Green off the apron and lands the Tiger Feint kick. By the way, there is a lot of names for finishers here. We're getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Just call it a kick, man. Just call it a kick. That's all I'm saying. It stops Alba Fire from interfering. But just as Vega looks to finish things, Piper crashes into her massive crossbody and gets the 3 count. Your winner, Piper Niven.
By the way, why did they black out the screen twice? Was there 2 wardrobe malfunctions?
Yeah, I think Zelina lost the nipple.
Oh, I found it. She didn't lose it.
Speaking of nipples.
Easy there, easy. So then, of course, we're back with a recap of John Cena's return to Raw, highlighting what he had to say. I got to tell you, my favorite part of that, I know it wasn't on the Raw view, but when Cody looked at his shirt, he said, "Where's that guy?" Yeah. He said, "I was excited to wrestle that guy at WrestleMania." He says, "You better bring that guy to WrestleMania or I'm going to kick your ass."
My going back to that, my favorite part of that was when he called out the kid. I still love that shot of them going down to the kid and being the kid's like, "Oh."
Yeah, that kid's famous now.
Yep.
And then of course they say it's official now. Randy Orton will face Kevin Owens at WrestleMania.
Nice.
So we're back to Kathy Kelly, who's getting way too much screen time.
Yeah.
She's there with Jade Cargill about her upcoming match. I'm pretty sure Kathy Kelly looked at her and said, "Hey, who told you it was open night, bitch?" Where's Brandy Rhodes? Bring her back.
Bring Brandy back. We need another promo like that.
Right. Jade says Kathy already knows how she feels. Liv wants to test her. She's going to show her exactly why that's a mistake. She adds that once she's done with Liv, all eyes are on Naomi. Tonight is just a preview of what she's going to do to her next. We then get once again a mysterious smoky video revealing the number 4. Anybody, any ideas who that is?
Aleister Black.
Nope. Prince Puma. You're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is Aleister Black.
That would be funny
So
if they got him back.
who's that? Listen,
Yeah.
they already own. I'm pretty sure within the Lucha Underground stuff, that's probably owned by them. So all they got to do is get the gear, and they can put anybody in the gear.
That's true. That is true.
Can you imagine if Prince Puma shows up at WrestleMania? Can we have that as bonus points on the
yeah.
the fantasy?
That would be funny.
I'm pretty sure you'll be the only one not to get that one right.
Yeah, what happens if I do get it? Then you all can suck it. They might. I won't be in last place. He'll have a serious back injury. He's not making it anywhere. So then we go into Liv Morgan versus Jade Cargill. A lot of back and forth stuff. Jade sets up in the end. Jade sets up for Jaded. But before she can hit it, Naomi's music hits. She makes her way to ringside. Jade then turns her attention to Naomi, who quickly drops down to the floor to avoid her. Liv goes for Oblivion, but Jade blocks it, slams her to the mat. With the referee distracted, Raquel, Naomi takes advantage and hits Jade with the title belt. Liv follows up Oblivion and corners for the 3 count. Your winner, Liv Morgan. Again, another long match on a 3-hour show.
What did you think of Jade's work here? Is she seeming like, the thing that I was interested to watch is like, out of the two of them, Liv is the more experienced worker, but she's the smaller one.
She was keeping this match together. You could kind of see it.
Yeah, you could tell that Liv was told. Yeah. So I was interested to see how Jade handled in the whole scenario and see like, was there going to be any botches? Was there going to, like, is she still showing her greenness? Is she, So what did you guys think? Or like, Frosty, what did you think of it?
Jade AEW was terrible. Jade WWE, when she first showed up, terrible. Now, it seems like she can be led.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't look half bad.
Yeah. And again, like, I think Liv called spots that they knew she could do, like, which, again, kept it believable, kept it moving. Again, still a long match, but it kept it moving, and there wasn't that sign of, she's trying to go too far. Jade's trying to go too far, do too much. They kept it simple, kept it flowing, kept it moving, and like we said, Liv was leading it, and it looked pretty darn good. I mean, again, it's not her best work, it's not her worst work, but she didn't look half bad. So I was actually impressed.
Here's the real question: does Jade make it on one of the nights of WrestleMania versus Naomi, or is that going to be a pre-show?
Yeah, that'll be a match on one of the.
Yeah, but where will it be? Will it be on the actual show, or you think it'll be pre-show?
They didn't do pre-show last year at Mania.
Well, it'll definitely be one of the first matches.
No, it'll be a bathroom break match.
Yeah,
I don't think that would be dumb to put it all the way up the card like that. Even that match.
Yeah, no, it's got to be opening if they do it at all. Like,
I would not open a show with them too. My God.
I mean, you don't open a show with them, but that's why it's called. You don't open a show with that, but it's why it's called a curtain jerking match. Like, they're jerking the curtain on that one.
You're gonna get probably 6 matches a night. That's right in the middle.
It usually is. It usually is. Yeah. Use your definite face, definite heel.
Sadly, the world title match with Gunther and Jay is probably going to lead off the first night, and I would honestly the main event of night 1 should be the triple threat with Punk, Rollins, and Reigns, because that easily could be the Mania match, the best Mania match.
I think it's going to be up there, but I think you're going to have one title in one night, Gunther and Jimmy, and then Cody and Cena night 2.
But they opened last year night 1 with, or no, it was night 2. They opened with Drew and no, they did both world title matches on the same night. I forgot
Yeah.
because they had
If they're smart, they'll spread it out a little bit.
What if they
Because you
just? What if they don't even decide to do this at Mania? What if they want to wait? Like because again, there's so many other big matches. Like I don't even think they need Jade and Naomi at WrestleMania.
They don't. They really don't. But they're going to put it on there anyway. Yes, it'll be the Raw of the night after. Yes.
Really, the only thing I want to see Jade do at Mania is run in and cost Bianca the world title.
You know what? I could see that. I could definitely see that. Maybe that'll be her WrestleMania moment.
There you go.
Come in, cost her the title, point the WrestleMania sign, and then roll out. I don't know why you're talking either.
It's possible that they do that match early, that Bianca Naomi match early in the night. That way, later on, either night 2 or later in night 1, when they do that Bianca title match, that's when she shows up and costs her.
Yeah,
as you were.
we love having our producer,
mysterious voice from beyond.
Yeah, we love having our producer join in. Our producer, backstage likes to join in on this.
The Cena window.
Everybody. So then we go into Kathy Kelly again, who has way too much screen time on her hands. She stops Drew McIntyre backstage, asking what's next between him and Damian. Pretty much, he pre-said he'll probably brag about winning his tag match tonight. And as he goes to walk off, here comes Seth Rollins. And Seth just kind of laughs at him as he walks by him. Grimace, as it'll be called later on tonight.
Yes, Grimace. I love that.
I don't know. He must be getting his outfits out of his wife's closet. He's got to be.
Yeah.
The man has never left TV.
One question for you. You keep talking about this announcer lady that's getting way too much screen time.
Yeah.
Here's a very interesting question for you. Kevin Kelly, great announcer, did really well, but he was also a good backstage interviewer.
Yeah, it's his sister, Kathy Kelly.
Yeah, his sister. Oh gosh. But no, well, the thing is, like, I'm going back to like the days of like SmackDown, back on UPN when Kevin Kelly, Jonathan Coachman, all these guys were backstage interviewers. Mm-hmm. Do we need to get that kind of personality back in this business, like, as a backstage interview? Because quite honestly, some of the, again, I'm going to sound like a bit of an asshole here. Some of these backstage female announcers are just not good. Like, I like, there was a dynamic that, even like when Michael Cole would do backstage stuff in the early days, there was a dynamic that these guys had with the wrestlers, talking to the wrestlers, and it made it work. Like, I remember specifically stuff that The Rock did with Kevin Kelly and Coachman and stuff like that that killed. Like, was good stuff. But there's not as good of female, or there's not as good dynamic as with the backstage announcers as there used to be. What do you think we need to do to get that?
I think that's just a product of The Rock being The Rock.
Well, but again, even then,
they're just looking for eye candy at this point. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like,
eye candy.
I get it, but it doesn't help the product. It doesn't push the product along. Even guys, like, I don't know. There was just something about Jonathan Coachman or Kevin Kelly standing back there interviewing people that made it seem they just had a better way of handling it. I don't know. I just go back to that. It's always been my thing. Like, I go back to, yes, were they good looking? No, but did they have a presence and knew how to conduct a backstage interview? Yes.
Mean Gene Okerlund was a 9.5. I don't care what y'all say.
So I just think we need to go back to a different style of backstage, because I'm just like, I honestly, anymore these days, I fast forward to the backstage stuff because I'm tired of listening to the interview or tired of listening to the same old stuff. Like, just who cares? So.
So then we go into Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins are making their way to the ring. They're going to be taking on
Los Garzas.
Yeah, Los. I say, what do they go by now? Los Garzas.
I think so.
A non-title match.
Los Cartel.
Yeah, it's Angelo Garza and Humberto Carrillo with Santo Escobar versus Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford in a non-title match.
See.
But before that, Pretty Deadly makes their way out of the ring, and they throw out loud, "Yes, boys!" So they all just kind of argue, about the tag team titles, really. I'm afraid what we're going to have here is just a cluster F of a match at WrestleMania with all the tag teams. I'm really scared they're going to do this because you're starting to get a lot of highlights on, you got what? DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Dawkins and Ford, Garza and Calero, the Yes Boys. You got all these tag teams that are now center stage right now. And how long we have before Mania? Have we seen a countdown clock?
It's like 4 weeks.
Less than a month.
Yeah. Have they showed an actual countdown clock here lately like they used to?
No.
Remember, they used to always go, hey, we're so many days away. They haven't done that.
Nope, they haven't.
Did we miss that?
Yeah. Like, because I don't
read a calendar.
Yeah, some of us can.
What was it? Was it 17? If I remember right, WrestleMania 17 is, I think, like, at least where I remember that being like the biggest thing, because it was going into Rock Austin, and they had to count down 30 days. Like each, like Raw, SmackDown, hell, even Heat had like countdown to WrestleMania, and every time they just like it kept getting shorter and shorter, and you're like, oh man, this is cool. Yeah, you were just like drawn into that. So yeah,
when you take your Monday off from work.
Yeah,
next day after Mania. That's traditional with me now.
Nice.
Got that big golf tournament next day.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'll score over 100. I think that's what you do, right? High score wins.
Yeah, I was say, highest score always wins at golf. They didn't forget that.
That's what I heard. Yeah. So they have a big tag match, and like I say, here again, and what is this, like actual match number 4 or 5? And it's extremely long because they have to fill all this time. So basically, towards the end, you get Montez Ford. He connects with a perfect 7-star frog splash on Garza for the 3 count. Your winners are Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Did anybody actually watch this match?
I couldn't. I literally, like, the link I was using to watch the match, it just kept skipping around. And I caught.
It's just there's so many guys vying for these tag team titles. They've got too many pieces of this puzzle right now, and then they put on a long match like this. Just people get bored.
I think what they may end up doing, like on maybe the SmackDown Go Home show or 2 weeks out, they'll have a 4-way tag team match to determine the number 1 contender for Mania.
They need to do something because
we don't need to see all 5 of these.
Yeah,
teams
we don't need a what do they call it,
ladder match.
Where they send out people.
Gauntlet.
Yeah, gauntlet match. We don't need a gauntlet match. We don't need a
4-corner match.
4-corner. We're going to need any of that. Give us a classic, just 1-on-1. Yes. Yeah. So,
I mean, what I was, thinking of, and again, I don't want them to do this, but who the heck knows what WWE is going to do? I was thinking that they were like, at least with one of the brands, do a 3-way tag team ladder match at some point. I mean,
we don't even need that.
I know we don't. I know we
the
don't
IC
need.
Title's going to be a ladder match.
I can see that.
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Like I said, you got Braun, you got Finn, Penta, possibly Sheamus. God damn, I can't remember the other couple now. Kaiser.
Yeah.
Maybe put Pete Dunne in there. Dunne.
Pete Dunne.
Pete Dunne. How about Rusev?
Oh yeah.
There's somebody ain't nobody been talking about lately.
Because he's still back in Bulgaria.
Is he though?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But he might still be back in Bulgaria, just relaxing. Who the heck knows?
Yeah, him and Lana. Has anybody heard about that?
Yeah, I know. They're back together again. They
Mhm.
renewed their vows.
Yep.
Laughable.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
It was all put up.
She's probably not flexible after Bobby Lashley got done with her.
Walking all bow legged.
He slipped her the old Pringles can.
Is there a horse here or something? Does she look like she just got on the horse? So right after the match, we get a vehicle pulling up backstage, and out pops Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
We get a commercial break. We come back. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, Regeneration X. They're back there confronting Pretty Deadly in a stairwell. You know, we picked the best places to confront people, by the way. And stairwells, backstage areas, you know, all that good stuff. He said, Ciampa says, despite all their past differences, they made DIY stronger. He says they'll make sure Pretty Deadly walks out with the titles on one condition: DIY gets the first crack of the gold afterwards. Kit responds and smirks, asking, so this is a little scratch our backs, you scratch or we scratch yours? And Elon say, no way. And of course, here come the Motor Machine Guns, you know, shoving their nose and stuff, and a backstage promo. They show off, cut off the tension. They welcome Johnny and Tommaso to the back of the line and let them know they're looking to kick their asses. Then we go to next week, where they say that Pretty Deadly is going to take on the Street Profits for the tag team titles. And your Braun Strowman versus LA Knight for the United States title is official now. That'll be next week also. So we go into basically what's the main event, which is really weird that it's not a match, right? Is that weird? But we're not having the promos that have taken over as the main event on shows here lately.
I'm completely fine with the way they finished up SmackDown with this.
Yeah, I didn't mind it much either. I mean, it was good. Like, you need to kind of end with a bang, but it seems like they're taking a lot of time for their bang, right? Like,
as long as they didn't end it with Barbie and Leatherface, we're good.
Barbie and Leatherface. The Toxic Avenger, man.
Yeah, I like the Toxic Avenger better. I think
They can't listen. They can't put her out in front of lights. She'll melt. I'm telling you. So Roman Reigns comes to the ring. Roman grabs the mic. Roman tells Bologna to acknowledge him. That's right, Bologna. Seth Rollins. What's that?
Oh, it was baloney.
Yeah, Bologna. My Bologna has a first name. Like mine with cheese and mustard. Seth Rollins' music hits, he heads the ring. CM Punk's music hits, he heads the ring. And then, of course, that's when the arguments start, right? Which Punk is up on the side, like on the top row, perched, doing his promo.
I like that. I don't know. I thought that was a cool look for him to be up on that the turnbuckle that way. That was pretty cool.
And he by the way, if anyone wants to fact check this, he points out that neither Roman nor Seth could beat him without the help of the other. Is this true? Do we know this to be true?
Roman helped Seth beat him on Raw last week during a cage match.
But when before his Punk and Roman faced,
that would have been probably back in the Shield days before Punk left.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, did he help? That's the thing.
Well, they were helping.
Are we relying on what Punk's saying to be true, or are we just kind of? We're
I don't
all
know.
WWE fact checkers.
Yeah.
Owen Hardy's probably still asleep.
Yeah.
So basically, a big fight breaks out. You got security guards all over the place. They're fighting. They get them separated. And as this is going on, each one gets a chance to look at the sign, point at the sign. So obviously, we're going to have that three-way dance at WrestleMania.
Now,
I'm looking forward to this one. I think, like I said, this could easily be the best match out of the Mania card.
yeah.
It should definitely main event the first night.
I will say, watching this, the one thing that I kind of took away from it, one, I wasn't I love CM Punk and I love his promos and stuff like that. This wasn't the best outing for CM Punk. I really felt like they kept everything like I don't want them to go necessarily 30 minutes promoing each other, but they kept it a little too short, a little too sweet in my view, and it was like, where's those real zingers from Punk? And even Seth for that matter, and Roman, where are the zingers? Where's like just give us a little. Again, I'm not saying blow our load all in this promo that night, but at least give us a little bit more to kind of keep us interested. Plus, the biggest thing I was disappointed about was the fight. Like the fight was like the Seth and Punk fight, a few weeks back on Raw, phenomenal. Like it just felt chaotic and all over the place, and just what you want to see a fight to be. Like three guys in a pull apart like that seemed a little messy and not in a good way. And then of course everyone had to have that point at the WrestleMania sign kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of this. I was hoping for more, and I kind of was let down by it. So, but
I'm all for this match. It's
This
going to be a
three-way
banger.
match?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't think they're going to have it main event night one. I think it's going to be pre-main event at the very least.
If it's not main event, it should open the show then.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
so
I believe we're going into Rick's picks, right?
For when?
I don't know. I got something saying about prediction challenge.
Yeah, not yet.
No,
we're 4 weeks out. We're not
Yeah.
guessing Mania now.
Do you want a spoiler?
Oh, okay. There you go. Go ahead, Rick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We are getting ready to start our next. Yeah, we're getting ready to start our next.
Listen, I'm
session.
paying attention to the chat. Somebody else isn't.
I didn't get the message.
No, I'm talking about our producer.
Oh, well, we're getting ready to go into our next session of the Predictions Challenge in April. To join, it's $5. $5 on our Patreon. That's cheap. Very cheap. Get in there. Talk shit. Somebody, for the love of God, needs to win this other than Jason.
It's fixed. I know it's fixed.
It might be. But anyway, get in there and join the league, join the fun. Jesse's still got the Jesse in the bank. Hopefully she cashes that in soon. But otherwise, the belt's still going to be in the same household.
The only thing that's fixed about it is that you guys are terrible at fucking predicting. That's it. That's the only thing that's fixed about it.
No, the only thing that's
Nice.
fixed is the fact that I can never turn in my cards on time.
Well, that helps.
Anything
Thank you.
that's fixed about this is Jason's got a horseshoe in his rear end. That's what it is.
I mean, I am a genius.
Definite luck, that's for sure.
I'm gonna tell you, I got lucky for the AEW one.
Yeah.
And I did. I don't know about
And the NXT one.
No, we all were close on the NXT.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
now
they
I
had
remember the
perfect cards on
conversation we
NXT.
had.
Yeah, a lot.
Well,
of
I don't know anybody, and I'm just kind of guessing.
No, it was TNA.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was TNA.
Yeah, TNA was a total crapshoot, and I didn't finish well in that one, but I had enough of a lead that it didn't matter. So, and again, it was only 2 points. So,
Guys, if you're not doing this fantasy thing, join in. It's
Yeah.
actually a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
listen, for the cost of a Dunkin' Donuts coffee a month, I mean, you only have to miss one Dunkin' Donuts coffee, or your wife or girlfriend. They only have to miss one,
Well,
and now you're in, and you're having a lot of fun.
well,
It's a great time, I'm telling you.
Here's my thought, and I'd like to make this as big as possible. I know WrestleMania is coming up, and we got a bunch of stuff here for that. 5 pay-per-views or 4 pay-per-views, that 3 in 1 weekend.
Yeah.
If we can get 100 people to join we'll do a grand prize. I will order a WWE wrestling belt and give it away for a grand
Ooh.
prize.
Damn.
You're already
you'll be
giving away
ordering
trading cards.
Yeah, we're
which
already
if
giving
I had
away
any, I'd show
trading
'em.
cards. Some of us got them.
So you're going to be ordering a belt for yourself.
No,
I don't.
I don't have room for any more belts. I want. I tell you what, if we get 100 people, I'll sit out. I'll
Ooh,
sit out.
watch from the sidelines.
I'll sit out. I'll sit out and make fun of people.
He'll just do Jesse's cards for us, so he'll still have the belt.
Yeah. He'll be consultant.
It's funny because when she does well, she goes, "I know these fucking guys think that you're doing my card," and I was like,
All of a sudden, Jason's running around in a suit and tie. I'm just an advocate.
I'm just an advocate.
He's the wise man.
I'm the,
He's the wise
I'm the
man.
wise man to Jesse.
All of a sudden, Jesse's name in the thing gets changed to the Island of Relevancy.
Not
Now we
wise,
know we're in trouble.
not wise enough. She doesn't take my advice because I told her to cash in that title for TNA, and she would have won it, I think. Or was it what was it?
It was AEW.
Yeah, she would have won it and held the title there.
Yeah, by a long shot too.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So
Missed opportunities.
yeah, how's your work?
Okay, well, that's SmackDown this week. All 3 lousy hours of that.
It's too much.
It's too much. I'm gonna start watching TNA.
2 hours is ideal.
Yeah. And they
Yeah,
are officially, again, thing we talked about before, they are officially going back to 2 hours after Mania. Correct?
Yeah,
June, I
can't be
think.
fast enough.
June.
Can't be
Dang it.
fast enough.
Yeah, God. 3 hours until June? My God.
We're
Are
getting
you
old.
kidding? You see
We're getting
this?
too
Look
old
at this.
past our bedtime.
See
Yeah.
this?
It's making Rob kill extra trees.
Getting trees and ink. I'm already out of ink, and I only did 3 shows. I'm gonna have to get an extended ink tank. It's a 55-gallon drum that sits beside the computer. Just feeds ink into it.
Well, if you'd stop printing out all your porn pictures as well, you wouldn't have this problem.
I don't print that out. I save them on the computer, sir.
Yeah.
Listen, if I die in the next couple days, make sure you delete my browser history. The hard drive, everything. Just burn it all. That's why you save it on the hard drive. All right, so I guess we're all done here, guys. You got anything else to add? Anything? Anything up and coming? Anything exciting?
Back on Tuesday. That's
Back on
right.
Tuesday.
Yep. Raw review.
Raw review. I probably won't be there for that one. I might be. I might be able to swing in on that one. Yeah, guys. Well, even not even buddies, just somebody. I just need a body, just a pulse, man. Just sit over there and go, oh, yeah. Let's get Toxic Avenger on. She can just sit there and like half smile. Just sitting there. What do you think, Toxic Avenger? You guys. She's chunk now. She's chunk now. It's Toxic Avenger chunk.
Jesus.
Wait till I get this.
What is that insurance commercial where the guy makes the wax statue of himself? He goes,
Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty. Where he
Liberty.
starts to melt in the sun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait till I get this cricket back up and running.
She'll
I'm gonna have some t-shirts.
She'll be melting and the ostrich will be pecking her.
You can actually
What's the ostrich's name?
It's actually an emu.
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 Limu.
Yeah,
Limu the emu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good name.
Lima over there just, packing away.
Oh my god.
All right, we're rambling
Yep. Let's cut it.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll see you guys next time.
on the hard way.
Peace.